Well, you're still going. You're doing your thing.
Yeah.
You put out Astro Zombies M3 cloned, which, you know, here is Astro Zombies
Yeah.
M3 cloned. And he's a great cover, and it is, you know, it continues in the universe of the Astro Zombies. And now you're also working on Astro Zombies M4. Tell me a little bit about M4.
Okay, I want to say one more word about Demon Hunt. God bless Mac. He worked so hard. He got these flying demons for me. And I went to London with my lady Shanti, who is from England and, of course, danced all over the world before she became a doctor. And so I went into, and I really hesitate to say where because I went in everywhere without any permits or anything. And I shot inside of abbeys and so on. And we shot in places that are 1,200 years old, and walking through with the camera. Of course, I don't have a steady cam. I just, you know, as best I can to hold the steady. And that was not even my Z1U. It was an XL1, I think, XL2, XL1. Anyway, so went any place we could that she thought would be of interest. I went to some of the places that you wouldn't dare,
Sure.
you know, where they shot.
You're borrowing shots.
Borrowing shots. But I shot a lot of graveyards, gravestones, and so on. And then Mac, with his CGI, would put in the flying crows, birds, vultures, whatever. And I appreciated that, what he did, which was very time-consuming. And he had to create those out of nowhere. And I wanted a demon that looked, you know, credible as a demon, not a Shrek type. I mean, anyway, so Mac would work hard on it. He'd apologize that he's learning as he goes, but so we ended up that. So I've decided that I wouldn't have any CGI in Astro Zombie M3 because I couldn't afford the time that it takes. And so we didn't have a CGI in M3, but we've got programs that gave us some spectacular looks that were instant, and that's what I intend to use on M4. You mentioned getting into M4. I want to use in M4 every update I can find, whether it's newspaper, TV. I want to involve the greatest and latest of all technology. And this cyberspace, the thing I worry about is the thoughts I had 2-3 months ago about cyberspace and so on. Every day we get closer to everybody thinking that, see? And that's what I'm afraid of. I got to get in and shoot these ideas that I have.
Got to get it on tape.
Before everybody else does it. So, and with my good friends between Shanti and Richard Lester and Gary Lester, and if we get Corey Udler involved and so on, to come up with enough far out stuff, you know, like right now, if anybody hasn't been to YouTube to see the teaser where the Astro Zombie bursting out through the
computer screen.
The computer screen, yeah. Now, Gary, I mentioned Heacock, who is up in Portland, Oregon now. He's already working on computer screens that he can burst out. You see the bursting out.
Oh, that's cool.
Pieces. He's already working on it. So, and then Michael Hago teaches a video, and I wanted a hologram. He's the one that did the holograms. He had never made one, but I remember 40-some years ago sitting with 3 attorneys that were going to take my films to TV and so on, and they had a hard luck story too. They got they had all of their money taken out of their accounts by somebody who worked for them and split, and then another time they owed me money again for television showing of my movies, you know, like Strike Me Deadly and Girl with Gold Boots, and I think they had 3 or 4, and then they got into trouble with the IRS, and so I missed out on the $200,000 that they owed me then. They had to bankrupt. So, man, you know, things like that. I keep thinking if I had gone into anything else, real estate, anything, I'd probably be able to make my house payments.
Well,
but
what is it going to take to do M4? Like, what's the plan? What's your schedule?
We're starting to shoot on the 13th of March. Gary and Richard are flying in from Daytona Beach. He's bringing his new D7 and all of the accoutrements. He's also just picked up a form of Steadicam, and I told him, if you're going to be shooting with me and for me, learn to run with he's got a shoulder rig, not a real, I mean, it's I think it was less than $100. So you know it's not the conventional type
Right.
Steadicam. Anyway, so I said, just get prepared to run into rooms and round corners and know that I'm going to bounce light everywhere so we don't have the problems of severe, dropouts in light and so on. And that's the best thing you can do because I want to move quickly. I haven't even started the cast, but everybody that has been in my old movies wants to be in this one already.
So you already got people here who be willing to be in it, so
Yeah.
which is great. Can you give us a little tease of what, give us the log line of what M4 is going to be about?
I haven't given it a catch line yet,
Okay.
but the invasion of the astro zombies from cyberspace is going to be brought about through people misusing or using without knowledge of it the keyboard on a computer where certain input is triggering the communication between astro zombies and cyberspace, who have gathered, to say, we're sick and tired of being blown up and shot and all that. We're going to take a different approach. It's obvious that the machetes chopping off is not working. But you see, they can't talk. So I'm going to have to put a subtitle on the screen where they're going to be doing something like that without any mouth movement, but their communication will be printed on the screen. Then we're going to have a whole room full of astro zombies who, other than the first four, are going to be cloned, you know. And they're all realizing that when they get the signal, boom, they're through a computer screen. And then, of course, with the laser eyes, they'll be destroying Hoover Dam, Golden Gate Bridge.
Right? Blow up everything.
Yeah.
Blow up everything.
Yeah, with the laser
See?
eye. So that's my plan. And I don't want to start writing the script other than the thoughts I've got, which I put in a little mini micro recorder so I don't forget all the things. But I have a theory about that. I used to take long hikes and come up with a whole storyline in a 1 hour hike. Walk 4 or 5 miles or hour, 2 hours, whatever. And I would impregnate it so that then I could start typing my whole storyline. On this one, I don't, since I used to do it that way, I no longer do. I come up with all these thoughts. I'd like to have a shot like this, a scene like this. I'd like to see this action taking place, but I don't want to write it down. Not yet, because after Christmas, after New Year's, then I'm going to focus. And the things that I think are meaningful will come back to me.
Sure.
The things that are not meaningful, that I don't need to put in the movie, won't come back. And so that's the way my philosophy on doing it. The ones that have made an impression on me that I want to see in my head, that's what I'm going to put in the script.
That's great. Well, I got to tell you, we are all looking forward to M4 production, and we're all looking forward to seeing the final product. And like I said, anything that we can do to help, we're more than happy to.
You can tell people how to go to my website.
Well, that's exactly what we do. So I want everyone to know that you can go to Ted V. Michaels' website, and it's tedvmichaels.com, correct?
Right. Yeah, because there's no C in it. It's M-I-K-E-L-S.
Right. We're going to put it on the screen for everyone to see because we want people to go there because people should see the movies. And it's so important to know that everyone wants to talk about Grindhouse. Everyone wants to talk about going to drive-ins and seeing multiple movies. And back in the day, it's like people can get your movies and watch 3 of them in a row and have that same experience and appreciate everything that you've done. So we do. We want to encourage everyone to go to your website.
Go to streaming.
Yes, you can stream everything, and then also could become a friend of yours on Facebook.
True.
So it's tedvmichaels.com.
Or AOL. Or AOL.
Yeah, that's right. There's multiple ways that they can get to you.
Well, when I think about what's happening in the Midwest right now, I have friends there. New York, snow so deep they can't even get out of the garage. They're not going to go out and buy a DVD, unfortunately. Alpha is so good, they put out about 250,000 catalogs 2 or 3 times a year. But there are people who can't get out to buy a DVD, or they don't have any money to buy it. But now they can stream any of mine for $2, $2.99, anything, and see it for 7 days, 24 hours a day, as often as they like.
And they all go to your website.
But I have to find a way to tell people that this is available now.
Well, we're going to help you do some of that. And like I said, Ted, it is an absolute pleasure to be sitting down and talking to you. I wish we had another 3 hours of chat, but we're going to go. But thank you very much, Ted.
Thank you for having me,
It was a great
Chris.
pleasure.
Thank you very much.